Now, BBC One joins BBC News 24.
Hello, a very good morning. You're watching BBC News 24. A warm welcome to viewers joining us now on BBC One. I'm Jane Hill. These are this morning's headlines at just coming up to 2:30. After more than 2 decades of direct rule from London, political adversaries in Northern Ireland have sat down face to face in the new Assembly at Stormont in Belfast. The Ulster Unionist leader David Trimble has been elected First Minister. His deputy is the SDLP's Seamus Mallon. In the Assembly's first debate, Mr Trimble expressed grave forebodings over the Drumcree parade.
What it needs, if we're going to get the improvement there, it needs those that have prosecuted this conflict to call it off, and it needs also a peaceful resolution which recognises the rights of Portadown Orangemen to walk home from church by the most direct route. That is what I hope we will see on Sunday.
The England football team have arrived home from the World Cup, with David Beckham saying sorry for what he's described as the worst moment of his career. The squad arrived at Heathrow on Concorde. Beckham immediately boarded a flight for New York.
Hero against the Colombians, villain against the Argentinians. David Beckham prepared to fly out to New York tonight, but he wasn't prepared to talk about his dismissal. Earlier, Beckham had apologised to his teammates and the England fans for the kick which saw him sent off and his side reduced to an hour of desperate defence. But there was sympathy from one quarter.
He realised the gravity of what he'd done, and he's a very young lad, and of course all this criticism is going to be heaped on him personally, as something that's going to be very hard for him to deal with.
But if Beckham's dismissal and Batty's miss will live long in the memory, so will Michael Owen's extraordinary goal.
People are talking about him all around the world, and rightly so, for the goal he scored was, for an 18-year-old, was immense, and credit to the boy.
In fact, it seems there's credit for all the boys in last night's heroic defeat. Time is on the side of Glenn Hoddle's young stars. Perhaps the European Championships in the year 2000 will give them another chance of glory. But for one fan, one of the millions watching on television last night, it was all too much. When England lost, he chucked his telly out of the window. Jim Cockin, BBC News.
Well, it's 2:32. Those are the main news stories so far this morning. I'll be back with a full news bulletin, of course, at 3 o'clock. But now let's head over to New York for tonight's edition of USA Direct.